Hi, I would just like to thank everybody that helped donate to my GoFundMe so that I could go to Rwanda for 2 weeks. And I would like to show my appreciation for that, sharing with you my experiences there and what we were able to accomplish. So it was a really long flight. It was about 36 hours of just straight traveling. But once we got there, we were just welcomed and we felt so at home, and they were just so sweet and grateful for the fact that we were there to help them out. And they mentioned a lot during the time that we were there that this was our home, and eventually it somewhat did become a second home to us. During a time like when we were not working, we would go and hang out with the kids and we would play games with them. And regardless of language barriers, they spoke a little bit of English, but we were still able to connect with them. I love the kids so much, and in fact, I still keep in touch with a couple of them, just seeing how everything that we had done there and seeing how it's progressing. One of our main projects was to build a house for a genocide survivor and his family. So we had to completely tear it down and then rebuild from scratch, which took about 2 weeks, but that was our main project. But there was also a garden project where we would take a plot of land and transform it into an area where people can plant their vegetables and fruits, and it was like kind of a community garden, so that food was more accessible to them, instead of going all the way down to the market and having to find the cheapest food, because the village that we worked in was kind of away from the city, and they were less privileged and they weren't quite as lucky where they were able to have plumbing and electricity. But regardless of that, they were still so happy and they always had such a great attitude. We gave them materials to create new products, such as like building different kinds of bags and shirts and weaving baskets. And we would give them a business loan at the very end, seeing what they would do within a year when we would come back. So we're coming back next year with another group, and they're gonna kind of check up on their business and their loans and seeing how it's going. Somewhere near the end, to go to a hospital that they had, and I was able to interview some of the nurses and doctors and just kind of like see how the hospital in Rwanda's function. And it was quite different in comparison to America's hospitals, kind of seeing how different the technology was and how less advanced it was and how they had to make do with that kind of stuff. I just want to thank everybody that was able to donate to my GoFundMe and that made this possible.